like, you know, I obviously I'm a nerd, innit? So I'll talk about like when I get really, really nerdy and I'm talking about mad nerdy shit, like maybe like history, for example. People always like, you know, you don't look like the type to be into that. What does that mean? You know, I've been hearing this for years, and I feel like I've said this on the pod before, but it gets on my nerves.
Sucker, what pressure?
Welcome.
Honestly, I would say that one is actually like, you know, normally when you say welcome back, I'm like cringy, but
yeah, but
this time I'm like, you know, welcome back.
Nah, facts, because it's been a minute since you guys have seen our faces. Man. And we have returned when once needed.
Yeah, we're here. We are here.
Oh, here to give the people what they need.
Yeah.
Not just what they want, but what they need.
Mm-hmm. Entertainment.
Let's get started.
And you might be seeing this on the Saturday, so we had to do some switch-ups.
Facts.
There's been some switch-ups in the crew, so more to come, but this is the first one.
I think that's the best intro we've done. It was so smooth. It just
came out.
It just flowed. Hey, yeah. It just flowed though. It was great.
But we're back. Enjoy the episodes. Hopefully we're still, you know, relatively good at this. I don't know, but
yeah, we definitely will.
But
it's just us talking.
Yeah, but we're here. Enjoy, man.
What's it? One more question, yeah.
Yeah.
What's something that you have survived that you wouldn't have survived 200 plus years ago?
Wait, actually, you start. You see your own.
Okay. When I first saw the question, I got my answer straight away. I don't know if it surprised you. I don't think you were, but being born premature.
I don't think I was.
That was a death sentence. Even I think I'll say 60 years ago, that was basically a guaranteed death sentence.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? So but you know, I was born premature and I was completely fine. But 200 years ago, if you were born premature, you were guaranteed to die. There was no chance for you. No chance. Dang. You had to be born the full time. So that's something I'd say I barely survived that. Even in the 21st century, I barely survived being born premature. But if this was 200 years ago, yeah, no chance. Zero chance.
The first one that came to my head, I would say the flu.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
It's such an easy answer, like the flu.
I said my one, you would say that. But yeah, exactly.
Just probably going to be the flu.
The flu was deadly back then.
I feel like that shit was
absolutely deadly, fam.
I was like, damn, people actually died of the flu.
Nah, facts. Like, most of the world, okay, well, maybe not for the time, but a lot of people. I think it was the Spanish flu specifically that killed, like, bare people.
Why you call it the Spanish flu? Don't say it came from Spain.
Maybe it did. I don't know.
Why is it actually called the Spanish flu?
Maybe it did. But I can't type. I feel like it did, or maybe it happened in Spain. Yeah, but where did it? So 25 to 50 million deaths, which is wild, yeah.
25 to 50 million?
Yeah.
Wait, from what? From how long? Like, how long was that?
It was only 1918 to 1920.
For 2 years?
How many people died in 2 years?
Imagine having a flu for 2 years.
And that many people died, though.
Like, let's say the people that survived. That's long. 2 years.
Absolutely ridiculous, fam.
Like, generally...
Bro, it didn't even start in Spain.
Where did it start?
Started in Kansas.
Kansas, America?
Yeah. It started.
Wait, so this shit was
Kansas.
around the world?
Yeah, and then it spread.
Why was I thinking it would be like in England, like Europe only?
Nah. It spread to Europe, but nearly a third of the global population, or an estimated 500 million people, had been infected. That's fucking insane, bro.
Bro, imagine like you having a flu for 2 years.
No, you didn't have the flu for 2 years. The flu pandemic lasted for 2 years.
Oh.
Same way like how Corona depended.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't have the flu for 2 years now.
Oh, it's just like a pandemic type.
Die instantly, basically. But
Shit.
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. So why the fuck is it called the? Oh, okay. So the pandemic broke out near the end of World War One when wartime censors in the belligerent countries suppressed bad news to maintain morale. But newspapers freely reported the outbreak in neutral Spain, creating a false impression of Spain as the epicenter and leading to the Spanish flu misnomer. Okay, that explains it. So it's called influenza, obviously, but most people call it the Spanish flu. But it didn't even originate in Spain anyway. That's so funny.
So they made a mistake with that.
Yeah, but I believe it was on purpose, to be honest, because, you know, Americans were very not welcoming to the rest of the world back then. If you weren't American, get your ass out of here. I've been learning a lot about like American history this week, yeah, and about how just bro, how absolutely racist some of them are. Oh my god, bro.
Americans.
Yeah, the fact that there were still lynchings that were happening in the 80s and 90s. Yeah. One as recent as of I think it was in the late 90s, 1997 and 1998. I'm gonna find it, yeah.
1997.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Couple years before we were born. What was the guy's name again?
No, that's crazy. These niggas had TV in 1990. They had like
TV, really? That's
I don't know.
1997.
Like that's the closest thing to technology. I mean, not closest thing. They had
could have
cars.
said Apple computers or something.
Yo.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet Steve. Let me know.
Or Pokemon. That's a better one. That's one that makes it make you.
Wait, when was One Piece out? I swear One Piece was 1999.
Nah, I feel like it came around the same time as Naruto. So probably like early 2000s. If it came out in 98, that would surprise me. Oh, you're right. 1998.
What? One Piece?
Yeah. Oh my god, I
That
didn't
was
know
a
One Piece
year.
was that old.
Oh yeah, it's fucking old.
That's so weird looking at it like that. What the fuck?
Like it's on 1,000 episodes. Or
Holy
whatever.
shit.
I saw a TikTok video of a
But
girl.
yeah, look, the exact same year One Piece came out, this guy was lynched. So James Byrd Jr., yeah, that was his name. He was chained to a car by 3 white supremacists and dragged to his death in the streets of Jasper, Texas.
That's fucked. I mean, I feel like there'll probably still be some that happens right now and get covered up.
Yeah, my mum told me in Florida, I think this year and last year, I think, there's been a couple cases of black men being found in parks hung on trees. And obviously they're ruling them suicides, but if it's like more than just one, she says, is it really a suicide or is there something more sinister going on? And me personally, I don't know, I'm kind of skeptical. I'm not sure. I feel like maybe those are suicides. I don't know. I don't want to believe it. They're being lynched in big 2024. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, even though George Floyd was basically lynched, like, let's be real, like, they kneeled on his neck, bro. The only thing missing from that lynching is a rope and a tree.
That one is still crazy to this day.
We all witnessed it, man. 2020.
I mean, see you put your whole knee on someone's neck
in front of cameras and everything.
And he said, I can't breathe. And you're like, okay.
All of this over a counterfeit dollar bill. Like,
they hate us, bro. They actually hate us so much.
Not all of them, but
some of them hate us so much.
Let me tell you about Forsyth County in Georgia, yeah. Back in was this the 80s or the 90s? It was either the late 80s or the 90s, I don't remember. But it was known as a sundown town, which is basically, you know, popular saying, don't let the sun set on you, yeah. Which is if you're a black person.
Oh, if you're still outside.
There's kind of like there's like a curfew.
Yeah.
If the sun sets and you're outside, you're basically cooked, nigger. Do you know what I mean? So, basically, what you call it? They didn't really like black people in their community. I remember I watched this one news clip where the person said, "Oh, we're not racist, we just don't like black people."
No, that's the definition of racism. If you don't like a race,
that literally makes you racist, bro. That makes no sense. But yeah,
like you kill someone. What?
Exactly.
Huh?
Like that. I was just.
They generally don't like black people, which is crazy. We are humans too. We shit, we have blood, we piss, we eat, we go sleep. We're still the same niggas as you. were just black.
Yeah, it was 1987. Yeah, 1987. Forsyth County protests. Because what'd you call it? Sorry. Why do I keep saying sorry? Yeah, so it remained nearly all white and quietly erased the existence of its former black residents. As a result, they had protests because they wanted more black people to feel safe there. Only 14 black people lived in Forsyth County. Or not a town, an entire county during this time. The population was, I think, 47,000.
I couldn't believe
And
it.
of that 47,000, 14 people were black.
Bro, where can you actually... where can you go as a black person if everywhere is unsafe?
Yeah, that's
like
why.
back then.
How everyone's going on holiday now and stuff, yeah. As a black person, I feel like, I don't know, man. I don't want to seem like as if I'm forcing the whole oppression thing. But I feel like there generally are some like holiday destinations that we can't go to. For example, I'm sure certain spots in Eastern Europe wouldn't take too kindly to us being there. If you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I mean?
Like around where?
Eastern Europe. I'm not going to name any countries specifically, but you know where Eastern Europe is.
No, that's why.
You don't?
Oh, exactly.
Poland, Romania,
Oh,
like those kind of countries.
nah.
What do you mean, nah?
I mean, there's not that many black people there, but I don't think like they would feel off if we were there. But who the fuck is going to Poland for holiday unless you have family there? Unless there's an activity there as well.
You'd be surprised, my sister is. Do you know what I mean?
What is she gonna do in Poland?
I don't know. She's trying to have a boyfriend. This was years ago.
Right.
Yeah, this is time ago. But I don't know. I mean, there's obviously safe places to go, like Spain and stuff. Everyone goes to Spain.
Yeah.
Even though Spain is racist,
Oh yeah, they'll be racist as well.
but people still
But
go
it's
to
not-
the resorts and stuff. Do you know what I mean? The resorts won't be racist, obviously, but if you live in Spain as a black person, Spain is very racist.
Yeah, I feel
It's
like
it's-
because they're black is like some Spanish people are kind of basically black, but not exact. How do I say it? They're not exactly like
white.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not exactly like racist in terms of we are like fuck you because you're black.
They are.
There is.
Yes.
Where are we? Like it's so funny back then. Where could have black people gone? If you go back to Africa, they literally take you from there. Where could you have actually gone?
Africa, Caribbean. Even the Caribbean, they won't really accept you because you're not,
Black.
And same with Africa, kind of. If I went back to Nigeria now, I'm cooked.
No, I'm saying
Not
back
accepting
then,
me. Oh, back then. When you say back then, you mean like what? 20th century?
like the racist times.
Okay. Yeah, you could go back to Africa. You could
Yeah,
go
but
to
then
the
they would
Caribbean,
come.
they'd
They would,
accept you.
but like they would come. Like
What?
didn't they take people from Africa to go on a plantation? Like go to
You mean
Africa.
like they took people from Africa to
Yeah,
America
to help.
like,
Yeah.
Uh-huh. That doesn't mean you can't go back to Africa.
Yeah, but like, how can I say it?
What?
Like if let's say you leave America or you leave like England or racist countries, and then you go to Africa because this is where the black people are.
Yeah.
Don't the white people just come to take black people?
Nah, they didn't.
Didn't they?
Nah.
Where the fuck did I read it
Slavery
from?
was abolished by then.
By when?
Are you talking? This is why you need to tell me a specific period you're talking. Are you talking about after slavery or before slavery? Or
During
sorry,
slavery.
During slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah. You couldn't go back to Africa because then you just get taken back.
That's what I'm saying. Where
See
could
what I
you have
mean?
gone around the world, like on the planet Earth?
You could be a. Why did this fly have to come in? It's loud. I hope you guys can't hear that. But what's it? Can you just fly out? Why are you specifically here? Yeah. You were so close. Come on. Oh, bruv, nah, I hate flies so much. Bro went up to the door and was like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna, like, alright, whatever, I'll try ignoring. But, Sorry. Yeah, you could be a freed slave as in, sorry, not freed slave. You could be a free black person back then. But the thing is, I actually don't know how you gained freedom. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, there were some that were actually like on their own. Like
Like,
but
you know,
how,
what's her name? The woman who, would take slaves and lead them to freedom. I'm trying to remember her name.
Tubman.
Yeah, Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
There we go, yeah. Yeah, so I think in the North, anyway, I'm not sure, but in the North, they didn't have, like, rampant slavery, depending on where you were, like, in the big cities, like New York and Boston and like Philadelphia, all those places. So if you made it to the North, you could claim, like, your, like, status as being free, if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. But then you weren't really free though, because you still had to live under specific rules, obviously.
Man, you can't. Oh, fuck that, man.
So yeah, you weren't.
Bro.
I don't know. Being black back then just seemed
Too long. It's
Yeah.
a struggle. I'm not like.
like black has only really been kind of comfortable past the 90s and the 2000s.
Yeah, 2000s
is when it got better.
is the good time for the blacks.
Yeah, that's when it started to get not even good, just
Better.
all right. Do you get what I mean? But before that, I was shocked to discover how racist the 80s and 90s were. You know, I knew obviously the 70s would be because, you know, in the 60s, like, yeah, the segregation just ended. Of course, white people aren't going to be happy they have to live among black people now. But I thought it would have ended by the 80s and 90s.
Crazy.
Like, it would, you know, slow down. But no, people were just as racist in the 80s as the 60s and just as racist in the 90s too. And that shocked me. I was like,
That's
wow.
still crazy to
I
me.
mean, why do you think the LA riots happened in 92? People were just really racist back then. And that shocked me. And a lot of them are alive now. They're, you know, the older people that we have now. Do you know what I mean? It's
I mean,
kinda just down.
there's no way the KKK is still not like.
KKK is still a thing.
It's still a fucking thing. There's no way it's not. Like
But they just had more leeway back in the day.
now,
Because the
it's
government
illegal.
like allowed them to do their thing.
That's still fucking crazy.
I know the government allowed them to police their, you know, their states how they wanted to. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, I just realized. Wait, well, it was, fam. Don't quote. Not even quote me. Don't violate me. But like, what is it? Abraham Lincoln was the one that like abolished slavery.
Yeah.
He was the president. He got shot. Why didn't the next president just
What?
like cancel what he did and just put back the?
Probably don't want to, innit?
Interesting. He was the next one. I remember.
Every time we do an issue, we just reach for my phone. I don't think. Well, I'm gonna sound stupid by saying this, but I'm not sure if Abraham. No, I think he was the one that abolished slavery. I'm pretty sure he was after him though.
I always remember this episode for Family Guy,
Oh, I think it was Andrew Johnson. Yeah, it was Andrew Johnson.
and he didn't.
I don't think he.
1875. Fuck.
Yeah, I know these people are old as shit. That's why I'm surprised there's even pictures of Abraham Lincoln. He was born in 1809, and these are real. This is him as a real person.
That shit just looks. Oh my god!
I know.
Like when you
right?
think of like 18, like you generally think like there ain't no way
Word.
like how do I say it? Like there's no way to capture that time.
You know, there's a Oxford. I think he was an Oxford professor. He was, I think, 100 maybe, or yeah, he was in his hundreds, I think, when photography was first invented, and someone wanted to take his picture, obviously, because he's, you know, basically ancient and shit. I think he was born in the early 18th century, so he was born in
That's
like the
a whole
1700s. Let me see if I can
That's
find
a century. I can't lie to you. I'm not living for a whole century. Pull the plug. I like I've said it. When I clock 85, I'm honestly ready to tap the fuck out.
Oh no, this is the oldest guy actually. I thought it was this one, but no, it's actually this guy. Conrad Heyer. He was born in 1749. This is him at 103. 103.
He actually doesn't look 100.
I know he does not look 103 at all. But bruv,
That one looked disgusting, by the way. The first one you showed me.
The first one? Where was it?
That one.
This one?
Yeah.
I know.
That's gross. I'm sorry, but...
She's one of the earliest born people ever photographed. How old was she? She was born in 1714. I can't even imagine that year, bro.
1749?
1749, and she was 103 as well. Like, 103, let me...
103 is crazy.
Save that so we can put it up for the people then. But 100, like, stuff like that mess with my concept of time. Someone on the YouTube comments of this video I was watching the other day was saying that their grandma met someone who was friends with Napoleon. Yeah. So think about it, like, your grandma's a direct link between you and Napoleon, basically.
Time is fucking weird.
Met Napoleon. Isn't that wild?
That's weird.
I know, right?
You've met someone who's met a Napoleon.
Yeah. You know, my grandma's also, my grandma herself has met plenty of people who were born in the 1800s. Because she was born in 1942. So when she was a kid, the people who were 50 were born in...
That's true.
Yeah, the people who were 50 were born in the, in the 1800s.
Oh my God, that's true.
And the oldest person she's probably ever met as a kid was probably born in like the mid 1800s. But at the time when before Abraham Lincoln was even president, basically. Isn't that crazy? And you know, that person has probably met someone
who's fucking down the line of 1600s
someone
or
probably
17.
met like fucking Queen Elizabeth II or something stupid like that. Like,
nah, someone needs to create a time machine just to go back.
Bro.
Like, bro, just to go back and look at... Like, we won't touch anything. We're just going to be observers and just look and just stare and like...
Bro, because I need to know what the like the 18th century looks like. I have to see.
Like, I know, like, you see on TV, but sometimes you just want to see it.
In it, like the real thing. At least cameras existed in the 1800s, so it's like, okay, I have somewhat of a clue of what things looked like back then, but they didn't exist before that. They didn't exist in the 1700s. What the fuck did it say? That's when everyone was wearing wigs on their head, because it signified wealth. I want to see people walking on the fucking wigs.
That shit is so... Like, like, that shit's stupid, though. Wearing wigs just to show, and then also being fat means you were wealthy.
But I mean, I get the fat one, though.
Yeah, I mean, because you're eating.
Yeah, exactly. And most people can eat that then, so it makes sense. But the wig one... How the fuck does wearing the wig show you have wealth? I don't understand that. Oh, yeah, that picture of the guy, the oldest guy, he was wearing the wig. No, sorry. The one I was going to show you, he was actually wearing a wig in that one. And, you know, because he didn't want to let go of it, because back in his day, that was, you know, a fashion symbol, innit? It signified status and everything. That was the fashion, and he never let go of that wig. He always wore it. That's so funny, you know?
That's crazy.
But,
time concept is weird.
I know, right? How did we even get onto that?
I don't even know. I don't even know how we go into black, like...
Oh, yeah.
What was the warm-up question?
I think it was because... Oh, yeah, the warm-up question was, what would you...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, survive.
Yeah.
What have you survived that you wouldn't have?
Oh, yeah, well, then we spoke about Spanish flu, then went to Spain, maybe being racist.
Black people, yeah,
and then
exactly.
black people...
Nah, but that's good convo though, when it just spirals out of control. Well, not out of control, but
I mean, you got educated today.
Yeah, exactly. So. I feel like we're always educating these people. They're probably just, man, talk about fucking baddies or something. Talk about something entertaining. We don't give a fuck about history. Ignorant ass Negroes.
Damn. But like, what is it? When I remember, what is it? Abraham Lincoln. I always remember like this episode of Family Guy, like a cut scene where it's like Abraham Lincoln comes out of his house and then like his neighbor.
I think I know exactly which one he's talking about.
He talks to his neighbor like, you know, your grass is growing on my side. It was like, yeah, of course it is. You fucking like, you know, my slaves are gone, so of course it's gonna fucking grow on your side because I'm not doing it. Bro. And I was like, every time I remember Abraham Lincoln, it sounds like I know him, but
that is so funny. You know, I was talking to, who was I talking to about this? Oh yeah, I was talking to my mum when Trump got shot. Oh yeah, Trump got shot, by the way. What the fuck? What timeline are we living in?
If he actually died, it's gonna be such a crazy.
If he died, that would have been wild.
Do you know what's so funny? They could probably use that to blame it on like China or like one of a different country, even though the nigga is American.
The conspiracy theories,
like, we'll just spiral.
I mean, you know, we still have another what do you call it? Still have another, in my opinion, 40 years, 41 years to see a president get assassinated.
Again.
Every century there's a president. In 1865, it was
shit.
Abraham Lincoln. In 1963, John F. Kennedy. So, in the 60s, I'm assuming someone's going to be given up to Satan.
Damn.
As I like to call it. So, yeah, but we'll just see. It's obviously going to be a president that people like, though, because people liked Abraham Lincoln. He did something good. He freed the slaves.
True.
Even though I think he was actually against slavery. No, I mean, he was for slavery. I think he had slaves of his own, actually.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Which is funny.
Definitely. He was white, right?
Of course he was.
Oh, yeah,
white.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, why would a fucking president be black?
Black? Nah, no way.
But there was one black president, though. Like,
Yeah, Barack Obama.
No, before that.
There wasn't any.
There is.
No, there isn't.
There's one that people always say, like...
There isn't.
First black president of the United States.
See, Barack Obama?
It's not. I swear.
It is. Why do you think it was such a big deal that he became president? Because he's the first black president.
Why is Abraham Lincoln as a African heritage or president? I swear there's one.
Nah.
Why do people always say this?
People don't always say. What do you mean? Who the fuck has told you that?
There's one person people always say is the first black president.
Yeah, Barack Obama, nigga. Who the fuck is this? Who are you about to show me? Oh, this is some bullshit, bro. I'm serious. This is some bullshit. How you gonna say George Washington was not the first president of the United States? He was the 9th. If you don't get the fuck.
I swear there's
The real
one
first
that
president of
always
the United
here.
States was John Hanson, who understood the importance of war. He served as president from 1781 to 1782. But I know he didn't, man. Hey, look. I feel like this is one of those things where I remember being younger and people telling me, oh, Thomas Edison didn't invent I think it was Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb. It was actually a black man and he stole his. And then same with KFC. Oh, that one's actually true, I think. Colonel Sanders actually did take the recipe from a black woman.
I mean, Thomas Edison did steal from thing.
A black man?
No, Tesla, sorry.
Nikola Tesla?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Nikola Tesla stole it from a black man.
Probably.
I heard so much of that growing up. And I was like, wow, really?
Really? So
like,
we were the one who created everything.
I hate black. What do they call that? I like to call it black fairy tales. You know, things to make us feel better as black people for not having done much in history. But it's like we already have our own history. I understand we may have not contributed much before that, like in terms of inventions, but the future exists for a reason. We can contribute now.
No, true.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But to be honest, building of America, I feel like it was mostly black people.
Of course,
did every fucking.
We built earlier. Why am I saying we?
We're not literally. I mean, we're not African Americans.
Yeah,
so.
black people literally built early America, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and they never got their Oh, yeah, I just remember. So the whole reparations argument, how black people to this day still say they want reparations. I never agreed with it until last week when I realized that Japanese Americans, because they were put in internment camps during World War II because obviously America was at war with Japan, and they thought they might be spies or whatever, and communism and all this. So they unlawfully put them in internment camps. Like internment camps is like the Holocaust, basically, like concentration camps. So but they got reparations for that in the 90s. Like they got money for that, for the what their ancestors were put through. But how come they get reparations for that, but black people didn't get reparations for slavery? Do you get what I'm saying? When slavery was I know you shouldn't compare struggles, but slavery was way worse than, the Japanese folk getting put in internment camps. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you know what it is? Like, I was watching a video, like, just literally before we started. Like, a guy was saying, we don't compare, like, Holocaust and slavery together.
Yeah.
But, like, apparently they ate fucking black people.
Who ate black people?
White people, I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But like the thing is, when it comes to the slavery, they burnt the evidence that they had on slavery.
Yeah.
For Holocaust, like it was how long?
They still burn the bodies. You know that, right?
Well, for Holocaust,
Yeah.
probably
in the thingy.
furnace and just. But like you still have like paper evidence of like the Holocaust and some details and stuff.
Yeah, and pictures.
And pictures. But for like slavery, most of the evidence, like the grimmest shit they've done, that shit is burnt.
Yeah, never survived.
And there's like there was one thing I found on TikTok as well. Like it's like a picture. I'll put it up. Actually, I deleted it, but let me quickly recover.
You know what I just realized,
What?
my grandma she's probably old enough to have met slave masters, like actual retired slave masters.
That's true.
Yeah, because she was a kid in the 40s, so she probably met someone who could have. Okay, maybe not an actual slave master, but someone who was the son of a slave master. She could have met them. Because the actual slave master, I mean, how old do you have to be to own slaves? Maybe 18. So
Probably, yeah.
if you owned slaves before slavery was abolished in 1863, then you'd have to be born in 18...
The maths, I'm not mathing in my head, can't lie.
1845, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have to be born in 1845, which means you would be... to own a slave, yeah. So if you owned a slave at 18, before slavery was abolished, yeah, you'd be 98 in 19...
19? So that means she could have probably met one of them.
Yeah, maybe
or
just one. She's definitely met like a son or a daughter of a slave master. But an actual slave master, it could have happened if they lived long enough. But that shows you how close history is to... This is why people need to learn history, because it's not as far back as you think it is. It's very close.
Like, slavery 400 years ago. Like, if you put the interlink of the interlink of the interlink, you could have probably just known someone that knew a slave. Like, if you literally link it up and you know this person and this person knew this person.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how close that is?
I know, exactly.
Like, that's mad how close, like, someone that knew a slave master or, like, literally, like, one of the governments that said, fuck the fucking black people or some shit like that. Like, it's so close. But anyways, what I was saying is... What?
One more thing. Okay, so the year's 2024 now. I'm going to do on these man fucks, yeah. The year's 2024 now. 40 years ago is 1984.
Yeah.
So we don't look at the 80s as that long ago, right? But then from 1984, 40 years ago from 1984 was 1944. That's a long time ago, bro. I know I was saying that, it's not actually that long ago, but like the way how we see the 80s is how they saw the 40s. But bro, the 40s seem ancient.
Like, what was the 40s like compared to the 80s?
Well, first of all, black people had no rights.
Oh yeah, shit.
Everything was conservative as well, as in like the way how you're dressed right now, for example, except without the pink, is how most of the population dressed. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, you wear your suit and tie
all day,
and all day. Like no one wore like casual clothing. Casual clothing like t-shirts and shorts were actually seen as underwear back then. I know, right? People made a huge deal when in the late 60s and early 70s when teenagers started wearing t-shirts because it was still seen as underwear. So they made a huge deal about it. They didn't want teenagers wearing that stuff. That's actually so funny, right?
That's so funny because that shit is just...
We just see it as just t-shirts.
You just wear a t-shirt.
They saw it as underwear and they thought like,
that would be actually weird for you to see someone outside in like...
Even sneakers, for example, like trainers and stuff, yeah. That only just became a thing in the 70s. And in the 70s, it was seen as a fad. And, you know, a lot of... Yeah, it's like something that comes and goes. Like, they didn't think it would stick. And they saw it as... just... Like, the same way how we see TikTok as a huge distraction, that's how they saw sneakers as a huge distraction. Yeah. Especially when people were killing each other over... Like, teenagers were killing each other over each other's shoes. Or robbing each other over each other's shoes and stuff. And... you don't have branded shoes like how we have branded shoes, so you're a loser. That became a thing. But back in the day, people just used to buy the cheaper shoes and no one cared. As long as they, people just used to buy the cheaper shoes. But once sneakers came in, brands mattered, how much the shoe was mattered. So it just created a whole lot of societal issues. And a lot of, adults who were raised more conservative were thinking like, oh, this can't end well. Do you know what I'm saying?
What is it? Sometimes you think about it, you're like, we are so insignificant compared to like the shit that's outside literally the earth.
Yeah.
But then when you deep it, in the terms of time and how many shit has happened in like with time, that's not insignificant.
I know.
Like, bro, do you understand like the shit that's, let's not even put towards like, like let's not go back as the Big Bang. Let's go back as like, let's say Hiroshima, like slavery, Holocaust, like them shit happened.
Didn't take place at the same time.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying like, let's say that duration of time. Like that shit, let's say from Hiroshima up to now, you know how many shits happened?
Too much.
Like, okay, let's go from Hiroshima and then let's go back. I can't remember whatever the fuck happened after, like what year was Hiroshima?
1945.
Oh shit, that's 45.
Yeah.
I ain't even go that far. What the fuck? Let's say we go back to when slavery started, like the beginning of slavery.
That's the 1600s, bro. Exactly. That's a really
like you can't even say like it's you can say it's insignificant like us, but then you can't say it's insignificant for what's happened.
Yeah.
On this fucking planet.
I mean, automation became a thing during that time. Do you know what I mean? As in, like the Industrial Revolution happened, people started using machines to
work.
Yeah, instead of like having actual human beings and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, automation is one of the greatest inventions of all time, to be honest. It's made life so much more easier.
I feel like I would love to see the protest like when machines started working in factories.
Facts.
Like that, I don't want to say that's the biggest protest ever, but like
people actually protested it. They probably didn't because working environments were much harsher back then and there was no worker rights either. Do you know what I mean? So they probably like, but then at the same time, you had to have a job back then. I don't know. I think they probably did protest it, to be honest.
Yeah, probably.
But
they're taking our jobs.
One more thing. This one's about being black, yeah. But the same things that black people were like going through in the 70s is what we're going through now. As in like, in terms of like, okay, for example, you see how we have like loads of like, I guess like black media is basically in the mainstream at the moment. The same thing happened in the 70s with black exploitation films. Like black people were fucking everywhere in the 70s, bro. Everywhere. They dominated the 70s. And the same thing's happening now, but at the same time we're still kind of like second class citizens. Maybe not as much as back in the 70s, but our media is on the forefront, but us as people were kind of just seen as gimmicks, the same way how they were seen in the 70s. Everyone was mimicking the afro and stuff.
Okay.
The same way how everyone's mimicking like dreads, for example.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone wants kinky hair now all of a sudden.
Okay.
So it's like, and yeah, like the fashion that we wear is now what everyone else wears. Same way how fashion black people wore in the 70s is what everyone else started to wear.
Okay.
We're going through the exact same shit.
Like
history just repeats. It's just a constant loop. It's crazy. But I think the most like prominent thing is the most similar thing is black exploitation movies of the 70s, and then the black movies that we have on like not Temu. What's it called again? Not Hulu. Is it Hulu? Is it Hulu?
What?
That streaming service. I think it's Hulu.
HBO.
No. Like
BT.
I swear it's Hulu.
The BT.
Crap, what the fuck is it called? I swear it's Hulu. Nah, wait. Damn, what the Alright, I'm gonna find it. I forgot the name of it. I swear it's Hulu. Oh, shit.
Yeah, there is a streaming service called Hulu.
But there's one specifically that shows like bare black
stuff.
Yeah. Hold on. I watched the video on it. What the fuck was it called?
I don't know if BT.
Tubi.
Oh.
Tubi. There we go. Tubi movies, if you've ever seen them, are literally just modern day versions of black exploitation films in the 70s. Just every single stereotype you can think of in one movie, basically. Like, stereotypes are at all-time high, the same way they were in the 70s. Okay, I hate listing this as an example, but Baddies, yeah.
Oh, the show.
Yeah, I feel like Baddies does, I feel like the stereotypes, man.
I haven't even watched it.
The stereotypes. Do you know what's another thing I saw? Actually, that might be a little too controversial. Fuck it. I think it was the 70s again, yeah. And I saw men dressed in drag and transgender women, yeah. And do you know what absolutely shocks me?
Yeah.
The makeup that they wore and the hair that they wore, they looked like they came out of today.
Oh, it's very similar.
So similar to what women wear now, as just like just general, you know. And it made me think, like, has drag influenced women's fashion, or at least women's urban fashion of today? Because, like, bro, even the makeup, like, bro, they literally like baddies. I'm not even gonna lie to you, they look like baddies, bro, straight up. I don't mean like baddies isn't like, oh, they look sexy, but I mean like, what you, like, if you close your eyes and picture a baddie, that's literally how they look. Damn. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm gonna try and find the picture, but that one picture that I saw, I was like, what? That's literally, that shocked me, bro. Like, history repeats, bro. But I'm sure a lot of women won't be happy to find out that their fashion trends came from drag or
if he actually did
trans stuff.
crazy.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't like trans people, so they're not gonna be happy about that. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is why it's important to learn history. I'm like, because it just repeats. Yeah. But yeah, what were you gonna talk about?
Yeah, I was just gonna
dragged on. I'm so sorry.
I was gonna show like a picture. I'll put it up, but this is like someone. This is a slave owner sending a letter to other slave owners on how to control their slaves.
Oh, should we read that out?
If you want to, it's a bit long, but like it's just crazy. Man wrote a whole letter on how to control slaves.
Okay. Oh, this looks like it was written on a typewriter. Cool. Okay. Alright, so the Willie Lynch letter. Gentlemen, I greet you here on the bank of the James River in the year of our Lord 1712. Holy shit, this is old. I thought it was gonna say like 1850 something, bro. It said 1712. Oh my god, this letter is over 300 years old.
It's crazy.
Oh wow, okay, whatever. I shall thank you, the gentlemen of the yeah, they even had spelling. Sorry, they even had what do you call them? They even had typos back then.
No.
Bro wrote of there twice. Oh my days. Of the colony of of the colony of Virginia. For bringing me here. I am here. I'm not gonna do this voice anymore. I am here to help you solve some of your problems with slaves. Your invitation reached me in my modest plantation in the West Indies. Oh God. These literally talking about my ancestors right here.
Like, it gets worse.
Where I have experimented with some of the newest and still oldest method for control of slaves. Ancient Rome would envy us if my program was implemented, as our boat sailed south on the James River, named for our illustrious King James, whose Bible we cherish. I saw enough to know that our problem is not unique. While Rome used cords or wood as crosses for standing human bodies along the old highways in great numbers, you were here using the tree and the rope on occasion. I caught the whiff of a dead slave hanging from a tree a couple miles back. You were losing valuable stock by hangings. You were having uprisings, slaves running away. Your crops are sometimes left in the fields too long for maximum profit. You suffer occasional fires, your animals are killed. Gentlemen, you know what your problems are. I do not need to elaborate. I am not here to enumerate your problems. I am here to introduce you a method of solving them. In my bag, I have a foolproof method for controlling your slaves. I guarantee every one of you that, if installed, it will control the slaves for at least 300 years. Oh shit. 300 years from this letter is 2012. Bro, they really thought slavery was going to last that long. Fucking hell. Yeah, okay, the mindset was different back then. My method is simple and any member of your family or any overseer can use it. I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves and I take these differences and make them bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies and it will work throughout the South. Take this simple little list of differences and think about them. On the top of my list is age, but it is only there because it starts with an A. The second is colour or shade because there's intelligence, size, sex, size of plantation, attitude of owner. Whether the slaves live in the valley, on a hill, east or west, north, south, have fine or coarse hair, or is tall or short. Now that you have a list of differences, I shall give you an outline of action. But before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust and envy is stronger than adulation, respect or admiration. The black slave, after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and will become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Holy shit. Don't forget.
These were for you, actually.
Oh my God. Oh, they really thought they'd have us picking cotton for thousands of years. That's so fucking funny.
No, it's crazy.
Oh my God. Don't forget you must pitch the old black versus the young black males and the young black male against the old black male. You must use the dark-skinned slaves versus the light-skinned slaves. You must use the female versus the male and the male versus the female. You must always have your servants and overseers distrust all blacks. But it is necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. Gentlemen, these kits are keys to your control. Use them, never miss an opportunity. My plan is guaranteed, and the good thing about this plan is that if used intensely for 1 year, the slave will remain perpetually distrustful. William Lynch, it's actually 1772. Sorry, I don't know why I said 712. 1712. So why does it? But it's dated 1772. But it said the year 1712. Weird. You know what? That last paragraph hit differently because I feel like that's what's happening now, but except we're doing it to ourselves with putting young black males against old black males and then females against males. I feel like that's exactly what's happening now. You know, you got the youngins versus the OGs or the unks going at it about, shit that doesn't mean anything. And then you got this whole, men versus women thing. But I feel like it's especially prominent in the black community. Too many black women do not like men. Too many black men do not like women. They're not gay.
Too many black men don't like black women. Too many black women don't like men.
Yeah. Or should we just say black man? It's not, they don't like. Actually, no.
They don't like men. They don't like men.
It's true, But when they say men, I feel like they are referring to black men because that is what they deal with.
Most times. Actually, they say black men because there's fairly
They say men, but they mean black men because that's all they experience, black men.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like, we as people just, we need to do better, honestly. I feel like...
I can't believe we talked about Black History this whole episode.
And it's not even Black History Month, but
just
we should have done this for Black History Month instead. But honestly though, I just feel like I feel sorry for our people. And as much as I wish like we could help each other out, I feel like those days are long gone. The more I've watched stuff about, the civil rights era and all that, I've realized that there cannot be one leader that can lead black people out of the darkness that we are in currently because people don't listen these days. I sound old as fuck saying that, but I mean it isn't like back then, it's not like there was any social media or anything. Like there wasn't much knowledge on really anything, to be honest. So when you have one person of your race all of a sudden coming out talking about how strong the race is and how much we can all accomplish if we just blah, blah, blah. You've never heard anything like that before. So you're like, oh my God, do you know what? But if you hear that shit now, you're like, Well, nigga, I've already heard certain line. You just talking bullshit. This is like, no one's gonna listen to you if you come out with those type of things. You know what I'm saying? You're instantly gonna be met with backlash, you know? So, I think times have changed and, I don't know what we can do really. I feel like I don't know if we're too far gone, but we're definitely in an era of ratchetness, 100%, bro.
Ratchetness.
As in, like, I feel like the ghetto's on top, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like being the urban black is, like, on top, is what I'm trying to say. Do you know what I'm saying? Urban black.
Urban black.
Where's my name? Fucking John Wayne. Like,
John Wayne.
Urban black, bro. John Wayne, is this me?
John Wayne.
But now, on the real day, like, I feel like, yeah, you know, the streets on top, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what's popular right now. And low-key tomfoolery, I ain't gonna lie, that's what I call it, man. Just the state of these Negroes. That's like Uncle Tom. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like, can we just do better? And this one's for every race, yeah. In the great words of Rodney King, yeah, can we all just get along? Honestly. Can every race just get along? I know the answer to that is no. We will never ever be able to be
I think it's just humans just getting along. It's not.
I mean, we're too different to get along if you think about it.
Yeah.
We're all very superficial.
I mean, even
you see someone that looks different, you treat them differently.
I mean, even if we're all the same, we still treat each other differently. Like, it's so stupid. Like, Nigerians treat Nigerians born in a different country differently. Like, bro, person is still half Nigerian.
Even if you're from a different tribe, you get treated.
Still get treated. But in the same fucking continent, we're in the same, like...
Same country, but...
Because this nigga is Igbo, you treat... I mean, at the same time, you're still different, you know.
Yeah, you are different.
You're still different, but at the same time...
you know what makes you the same? The colour of your skin. You know what I mean? Where you were born to, you're both born in the same country.
Humans are just...
But you're part of a different ethnic group, I guess, so...
I guess it's still...
I get it,
it's still different, but at the same time, you're still the same people.
I bet, you know, you growing up in Nigeria and everything... Did you ever really feel the blackness of your skin, if that makes sense?
You know what it is? I feel like Africans don't feel racist, don't really how do I say it? Like, in terms of, seriousness of racism. Like, you don't feel like, oh, this shit is, like, racist. Like, a white person could come to Africa and, like, that person could get, like, normal, like, acclimatized. And that person could say the N-word in front of a black person and there won't be as much reaction as someone saying the N-word here. There might be a reaction, but compared to someone saying it like here, it's different. Like when I always think about like like some black stuff, like profiling or anything, I don't really feel like, oh, I will get profiled. I don't feel like the feeling that you would feel if you got profiled. Like the hurt or like this is cause I'm black. I would just be there like, I don't know, it's just normal shit. Not normal shit, but it's just like, it doesn't really hit me as much as other people. But I feel like just racism is different in Africa. Because, I don't even know, but it's just different.
All you see is black.
All you see is black, yeah.
You don't feel...
You
may see lighter skin tones, but...
Even
all black though.
Like even what's it called again? Albino. Albino is basically black in Africa.
Yeah.
Like, okay, he's that skin, but he's black.
Yeah, it's still black.
Like, it's literally black. Like, that's so dumb. But like, bro looks so white, but he's so black. But like, racism is just, I don't know, it's just different in Africa. Or skin is different in Africa. You see black, everyone's black. So,
about colorism, I feel like we've been perpetuating that against our own forever. But it's the fact that it's still prevalent to this day, which is what makes it worse.
Dumb.
I remember hearing in the early 1900s, what do you call it? They had these clubs for I guess you could say middle class black people or uppity black people, as they used to call them, yeah.
Uppity.
And yeah, like, you know, blacks from the north basically were referred to as uppity because they used to try and like copy white people, if that makes sense. Like, you know, like straighten their hair and stuff, and, you know, like basically copy them and shit.
Uppity.
So they used to have these clubs where you could only get in if your hair was as straight as a ruler, or if you passed the paper bag test, which is obviously if you're lighter than this brown paper bag, you can get in basically. So only light skinned folk can. Yeah, I know, right? And these clubs were run by black people, mind you. Exactly, it wasn't white people. And this was in the early 1900s. I get it because we just came off the plantations. Like, of course, we're still gonna have that mentality. But this was over 100 years ago.
It still happens now.
That's what I'm saying. It was over 100 years ago. We're still colorist. It's
colorism
crazy.
is so like that has to. I want to say. I mean, there's a. Let me not say there's a rating, but like there's like top 10s or top 5s of the dumbest thing to do with racism and colorism. It has to be in the top 5 because it's
top 3. Sure.
Like it is so dumb. Like you're colorizing another black person and you're going like, oh, cause this person is more blacker, that means they're ghetto. This person is more lighter, that means they're calm. Like it's the thing with what is it, Ice Spice and
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red.
Yeah,
like it's like it's a thing. Like I don't really want to speak about it because like I'll sound really fucking colorist or racist or whatever the fuck. English
no, but I know exactly what you're talking about. They're both viewed differently.
They're both viewed differently, but at the same time, is it viewed differently because of their skin or they're viewed differently of their upbringing?
I think the skin plays a factor.
It does, absolutely.
But it's not the sole reason. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we do have to admit, bro, Sexy Red is way more vulgar than Ice Spice.
Yeah.
Easily.
But at the same time...
Oh, yeah.
Where did she... Sexy Red is from Atlanta, right?
Nah, St. Louis.
Where's St. Louis?
Missouri.
Where's Missouri?
Basically, you know, like Illinois, Chicago. Yeah, Midwest.
I mean... Who I don't want this to sound so like
what?
But who would be nope.
Who would be what? Let's hear. Let's hear. I have to hear this. Yeah, go on.
In which state, like Missouri or New York, who's more like
what?
Ratchet.
He's more ratchet.
Like which like
what state?
What state would be more that sounds bad. I'm sorry, but I don't know what other like, who would be more. Who would be less uppity? Let's say that.
Less uppity?
Yeah.
It depends what part of Missouri. That's the thing. Because Missouri as a whole is like basically white. Do you know what I'm saying? But St. Louis has a significant black population. It's kind of like, you know, we're from England, yeah? Mm-hmm. England as a whole is white, but we live in London, which has a significant black population. That's basically what Missouri's like.
England is like black.
Do you know what I'm saying? Even though there's more black people spread out around the country now, we all know the black niggas, they're in London.
London, yeah.
Birmingham, yeah. Birmingham is like their version of Ferguson. Ferguson, Missouri has a lot of black people as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
But
that's
white.
it. Yeah.
Like it's mostly white, but there's a good population.
No, I think Ferguson's majority black. That's where those riots happened, I think 2014 or 2016. Or was it 2018? I don't remember. In the 2010s, I remember the riots happened there. They have a significant black population. St. Louis does as well. St. Louis is way, in my opinion, way more like, if you want to say the word ratchet, way more ratchet than New York.
But like the colorism 100%. Thing is just so stupid. Like if we're even to compare, who could I compare? I want to say like Lotto to...
Oh yeah, Lotto to who?
Who could I even say?
Glorilla? Nah, but she's kind of light, actually.
Maybe, I don't want to say maybe it's because of like, does it really have to do with colorism or does it have to do with where you're brought up and how you're brought up?
I don't think it's colorism.
Sometimes it's not.
Like,
though.
Okay, like Nicki Minaj is a good example. She's basically the same skin tone as Sexy Red, I think. Maybe Sexy Red's slightly darker. Yeah, but Nicki's been vulgar her entire career and she's still easily one of the biggest stars of the 2010s, you know what I mean? So it didn't affect her at all. Sometimes
it can be colorism though. I want to say like, in terms of like getting more, what's the word? More like, not equal rights, like just more favorism, like to do with favorism. I would say I don't know if it happens often. I haven't experienced it. I haven't heard anyone that experienced it, but like to do with more like favorism. I want to say lighter people get more
they're favorited.
More favor
they get better
to darker people.
Yeah, obviously.
Which is so fucking stupid. White people can do it, but for black people to fucking do that, it is fucking stupid. Fucking stupid.
Yeah, as much as we like to say we don't like white people, but then we view lighter skinned people as like angels. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what it is? White people were the enemies of black people, but now black people are the enemies of black people.
A lot of people don't like to hear that. And we don't, bro, look, I ain't trying to come across as no hotep, bro, like, and, you know, just sound bare like, oh, I'm better than you niggas, you know, type shit. But I genuinely do think that, yeah, we're our biggest enemy now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Back in the day, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, blame the white man.
Yeah, blame the white
man.
man.
We can't blame the white man anymore now. Do you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, we can blame him for past actions that have affected us up to this point. But we know all the issues now. That's the thing. Okay, no, not all of us. Not all of us. You talk to some black people about these things, they will look at you like you're an alien. Some of them have never heard the things that we're talking about before, you know? Because, you know, that, but like, okay, I hate that this word has been oversaturated and ruined, but the word woke, like the whole, stay woke thing, yeah, was about being aware of certain issues, and not everybody was woke. Do you know what I'm saying? I really wish we could reclaim that word back, because it's our word. They took it and ruined it, and now no one says woke anymore. But bro, I love that word. Like telling someone like stay woke, like bro, that's such a strong saying.
Stay woke,
and they had to take it and ruin it.
Stay woke.
They always take our shit. Sorry, man. Nah, but they take our sayings and fucking ruin it. It's so annoying. I really want to bring I know I can't because I'm not a celebrity, but I want a celebrity to bring back stay woke, honestly.
Stay woke, my bro.
That needs to come back. I miss that saying so much. But yeah, like a lot of black people aren't aware of these things that we're talking about, so they just live everyday life. Or their life is about paper chasing. They don't care about the black community. They're black and that's it. Which is kind of a good thing. They don't let their blackness define them. True. They just want. I happen to be black, but so I mean, get money.
That is true. But when you get stopped by the police just cause you have a fucking Hellcat and cause you're black,
you remember you're black.
Yeah, then you remember.
Do you know what I mean? When you get unfairly treated at work or just out in public, you remember you're black.
You're black, yeah.
But I feel like when it comes to issues in the black community, they just radio silence. They don't care. They don't want to listen.
Nobody.
Or they just don't care enough to find out. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think it's just ignorance, choosing to be ignorant.
Yeah, either they don't know, they don't show that they know, or they just don't care. What Ice Cube said at the end of Boys in the Hood. Either one of the three, man. It's just true. Subconsciously they do it. Without even like how we were talking about this phone. We came on camera and we actually wanted to talk about this. We ended up talking about Black history. Was how people judge people based off of appearance. But it's like subconscious. Like they don't they don't, for example, what do you call it? Like mean to do it.
But it just do.
But everyone just happens, isn't it? Exactly.
Everyone actually just does it.
Like, okay, like I was telling him on off camera, like everyone makes a big deal about me. I'm not gonna say like I actually no. On the train, because I noticed this too. This is the first one. So I'm currently reading the autobiography of Malcolm X, and I only read it when I'm on transport if I'm not doing anything while I'm outside. But I don't read it inside. But when I'm on the train, the looks I get from people, it's almost like a look of intrigued. Wow. Like, these Negroes can read?
We made sure they couldn't fucking read.
What the fuck? You want to hide something from the background, put it in the book. Do you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. But like, especially the looks I get from like white people, like they look at me like, just like shocked that I'm even reading, to be honest. And some look at me with a bit of disgust when they see what I'm reading. Yeah, because it's Malcolm X, you know. The nigga, he was, he was for segregation. As in, like, black people shouldn't mix with white people. We should, build on our own. We don't need white people's help to blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I'm saying? He obviously changed his beliefs on that before he died, though, but most people don't remember that. But, yeah, what's it? Like, I get looked at. So, because, I mean, I understand the way I look at it. And I mean, most people who look how I look have zero interest in reading a book. But I think that's kind of sad how that's like the consensus.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? That like, if you're black or if you're an urban black, youth or whatever, you don't read books. Basically, you're too dumb to read a book. Like, you're on social media scrolling through TikTok. Do you know what I'm saying? Or maybe it's just a youth thing. Most young people don't read books.
Maybe, I mean,
in their free time. Okay, maybe not most. Yeah, actually, I would say most. Who do I know that reads books? To be honest? I know you read, but who else do I know that reads? Do you know what I mean?
I know some people that read books.
I think I know more women that read than men.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I know a girl that reads book.
I know way more girls that read than guys. I don't know a single guy apart from you that reads. Do you know what I mean? It's like black guy. Let me say black guy. Yeah, I do know guys who read, but they're not black. They're Asian. But yeah, like, so I mean, I understand the stereotype, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just gets on my nerves. Like also, like when I talk about my interests with people, like, I obviously I'm a nerd, innit? So I'll talk about like when I get really, really nerdy and I talk about mad nerdy shit, like maybe like history, for example, people always like, you don't look like the type to be into that. What does that mean? I've been hearing this for years, and I feel like I've said this on the pod before, but it gets on my nerves. It really does annoy me to be told you don't look like the type to do so and so.
What do you want me to?
What are you trying to say? My looks is not my personality. Like, people need to understand that. How I look is not my personality. I'm not part of any kind of clique or anything. Yeah, I'm not a goth. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because they wear their personality on the outside. I'm not that type of person. My personality and my appearance are two completely separate things. They don't need to intertwine. It doesn't make sense. Just because I'm a nerd doesn't mean I need to have, the meme, the Smash Bros haircut.
What?
Like a black guy who plays Smash Bros basically has like a really like short kinky afro. Yeah, I don't have like a short kinky afro of no fade, glasses. I wear sweaters and shit. Like, I don't need to look that way to be a nerd, bro. You can be a nerd and look any kind of way you want. It's 2024. I don't get it. You can even be bruv, even you playing video games makes you a nerd. Like, you qualify. No, seriously, because like, let's say, okay, I play this basketball sim like on my laptop, and you can start all the way in the year 1947, and you know how I'm even smiling talking about you know how I'm like really into history and stuff, so I like to properly immerse myself in the experience. I could seriously just click simulate and just go throughout the years without like altering anything, but I make sure everything is as realistic as possible to the deck, which means no black players in the league until 1960. I'm so serious. I make sure no black players can join the league until 1951. I make sure that, the heights are realistic to back then as well, because NBA players weren't as tall as they are now. Like, it was common to see someone who was like 5'10" in the league. Do you know what I'm saying? You'd never see that. And I don't think there's anyone in the league who's even under 6 foot nowadays. Do you know what I mean?
Crazy.
But like, I just make sure even the hairstyles, it would really break my immersion if I saw someone with an afro taper in 1950. That's gonna or fucking dreads.
Man said I don't want a black person in the league.
it will break my immersion. So like, but me doing that is like really, really nerdy. But that's a game. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean when I say games can be, can bring your nerdiness out as well.
Yeah.
But like, I don't have to like look like a nerd to be interested in nerdy things. Like, me and you are both into Star Wars, but it's like, I mean, to be honest, who isn't in Star Wars? I feel like it's beyond nerd status nowadays. Back in the day when it came out, there it was more of like a nerd thing.
I don't know.
Star Trek.
Like, I don't even know what you could count as a nerd anymore. Anime used to be nerdy, not anymore.
Even Marvel used to be so nerdy.
Not anymore. Like, what can you even count? It's a global event. Like, bro, like, you don't even know what you can count as nerdy anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're so right about that.
What can you count as nerdy?
If you're like a little kid,
like, swords are cool now. Like,
what can you get bullied over nerdy things? Like, what is a nerdy thing now? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you probably still
maybe just reading books and stuff.
Okay, yeah, probably reading books. But
that's geeky, not nerdy. That's the thing. People usually mix up the two, but geeky is more to do with like intellectual things, whereas nerdy is things that are kind of out of like outside pop culture. But the nerdy things have become part of pop culture, so it's like, what is nerdy now?
like what is actually nerdy?
Bro, I got no fucking clue. That's actually a really good question, you know. What is nerdy?
Because even if you think about some stuff, you would even find them cool yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, let's say you have a sword collection. Do you know how fucking cool it is to have a sword collection? That's actually cool.
Like, that's nerdy. Don't get it twisted, but that's pretty cool.
Fucking cool. Like,
I won't lie to you. You're cool.
Imagine like everyone has a sword collection.
Like, imagine if I say Ichigo's blade on there, bro.
Like, bro.
Like, what?
That is, but I don't know what you can even count as nerdy anymore.
Maybe anime could slightly still can be considered nerdy. I think at least for girls. You know how girls still look at us as like absolute man children for still watching anime?
Bro, you man just
and it's like,
shut up.
I don't get it because it's like, you lot still watch cartoons and that's not childish. But if you watch anime, that's childish.
And the stupid thing that they always say is they always compare cartoons to anime. They always go like, hey, why are you watching that Japanese cartoon?
Oh, yeah.
If you do not, shut the fuck up. Japanese cartoon.
Because it's like, it has mature themes. It's not like watching like...
Shut up, man.
It's not like watching fucking like... Rugrats or something.
Like, you wouldn't put like, what anime could I even say?
Attack on Titan.
You couldn't put Attack on Titan in front of a 5-year-old and go like, go watch that, bro. You shut up. And the thing is that they literally know, like, it's not a fucking cartoon.
Nah, but I don't think they know. That's the thing.
You can't.
All they've probably heard of is Dragon Ball Z and Naruto, innit? Do you get what I mean?
Like,
and even Dragon Ball Z, we shouldn't have been watching that as a kid, realistically.
Like,
I mean, their fucking limbs were getting blown off, bro. No, but that was the coolest part.
Bro, it's so... They actually sometimes, girls are... When it comes to anime, just shut up.
I remember when I first saw blood in Dragon Ball Z.
What? You was...
Yo, that got when Raditz... Oh, you've never watched...
I think you've showed the same clip on her before.
Oh, no way.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, I have actually. Yeah. When Raditz blew that hole through Goku, pause, and I don't think I even needed to say pause, but like, bro, the gore shocked me. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah, man,
that shit was so cool.
I haven't watched it, but
oh my
god, like, bro, nerdy shit is so cool. Like, bro, you niggas probably nerd over makeup or some shit. What do girls even nerd over? Probably guys. No.
Netflix. Like certain things
romance,
on Netflix. Like,
romance, like,
for example, like, you know Stranger Things when it first blew up? Mm-hmm. That brought the nerd out of some women. Oh my god. Them obsessing about the series. Like, I remember when Stranger Things came out, oh my god, bro. People would not shut up about it, but specifically girls would not shut up about it.
Yeah, what else? There's probably so like
nerdy.
I feel like those romance shows probably. Like with like there's one 365 days.
Do you not remind me?
I haven't watched it, but I don't know what the fuck is in that show that every girl is on that show.
It was a movie.
A movie, sorry.
I hated it so much. It was, what was his name? It was like Guillermo Vincenzo.
Like, bro,
this Italian guy.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, this mafia
What is
guy.
in there?
It's because it appeals to girls' sexual fantasies. Do you know what I'm saying? So he kidnaps this one woman, and she has 365 days to like fall in love with him, basically. And she's resistant at first, with him literally sexually assaulting her. And then eventually she's like, no, actually, he is. And a lot of women, they like it because it's a sexy guy. Like, even though he's fucking deranged, he's sexy in it, so it's calm. But I remember a lot of people were saying at the time it came out, if they casted like Danny DeVito to play the guy, every woman would be like, oh, this guy's a fucking rapist.
Do you know how stupid it would be to cast just a clapped guy to kidnap a girl and try and
all my days, people would lose their shit. Fam.
Oh my God.
But that shows you the role that pretty privilege has to play in
facts.
too. But yeah, 365 days was like,
that's one of the
insanely popular when it came out. It was such a shit movie. I watched it, unfortunately.
Fam, I didn't bro. I was so confused. Like, I was seeing people left and right posting, "Oh my god, did you see what?" Like, huh?
Do you remember girls in secondary obsessing over it? Now, so maybe you lot shouldn't have been watching it. I don't know. Same with 50 Shades of Grey.
Hey.
Why did you watch it when it came out? Didn't it come out in 2015? Hey. Was you not like 12?
Hey.
Why have you watched it? What's going on?
I still haven't watched that movie to this day.
Yeah, neither have I actually, but. I feel like it's movies like that.
Like
that
those
have kind of shaped, not sexuality, but what can I call it? I guess what you're attracted to for like young girls. Because it's like, yeah, they shouldn't be watching the movies, but yo, things are so easily accessible nowadays. It's inevitable they're gonna watch the hottest movie that everyone's talking about. And I feel like okay, like you know, like choking, for example. You know how that's just seen as the norm nowadays.
Normal shit, yeah.
But that was considered like BDSM at one point.
Oh yeah, it was
only,
like anything to do with roughness was considered.
Yeah, but now roughness is vanilla. That's the minimum
you need to do. You can't just fuck and that's it. You have to grab hair and grab throat.
You have to do everything. Like, and it's just like, but the fact that like, okay, I can't say every girl because I've not been with every single girl, but every girl in my experience likes rough play, and it's just like, but why is it that common, dude? Do you know what I'm saying? I know not all of you have, you know, had some kind of, because before that shit was linked to like childhood trauma, but I don't, come on, like, surely not all of you have had childhood trauma. Maybe you have, because I mean, being a woman itself is traumatizing. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like, especially growing up they get sexualized way earlier than we do. Some men never even get sexualized in their entire life. But just being a woman, even if you're ugly, you'll be sexualized at least once.
If you have breast and vagina, you're sexualized.
Word.
Straight off the bat, man.
So, you know, I feel like I don't know. This is what I mean. Like, I try to, I don't know. I feel like this comes across as me trying like to invalidate the female experience. But I'm not trying to invalidate it. I'm also just want to understand it. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you guys attracted to the things that you're attracted to? Why do you all like roughness? I really would like to know. I think, does it portray like masculinity in the guy or something? I don't know.
No,
like, you know, certain things signify like masculinity. Maybe it's, I don't know. Why does every guy have that fantasy of taking control of that? I don't get it.
I think it's more of, like guys taking control or
in the bedroom.
Like I would say,
that's the thing, they only allow it in the bedroom.
Facts. But like, I think it's more of like a submission type of thing. Like just submit.
But why is it only like submitting in the bedroom though? So doesn't that like say that naturally you do want to submit them? Are we gonna go down that road?
Oh man, let's not. Fam, it's been an hour or something. Let's let the people go.
No. On the road there, like seriously, doesn't that speak to your human nature?
Nah.
I don't want to be like, oh, it's female nature. I don't want to be one of those guys, yeah. But like, if you want to submit in the bedroom, don't you low-key on the low want to submit then, if that makes sense? Like, you would like to be able to submit then.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I feel like maybe it's in the terms of like when they submit in the bedroom, they get a fucking good time. If they're to submit outside the bedroom, they don't get a good time as much as they would. Sense. Like, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see that. You're
like
right.
if you
follow the man's instructions in the bedroom, it leads to a good time. Follow the man's instructions outside of him. I ain't too sure about that.
Like it's controlling a
word. I'm not too sure if the man's gonna lead you to climax outside the bedroom. You get what I mean? So yeah, that's actually a good point. Maybe some people do see it that way. That's a really good point. Yeah. We just
that's it.
1 hour 25. I want to do the other warm-up question at the very least.
Oh, that one.
We're gonna have this be a cool down question then.
Let's cool it down.
But okay.
Let's cool.
Oh yeah. I asked you this and you said you had something for it. What's one thing that other people like but you can't stand? I want to hear this.
Pineapple pizza.
Oh, fuck off, man! Not this again.
Do you know how fucking easy that shit is? Man, just I was like pineapple pizza. That's the first thing. What's something other people like and I don't like? Actually, let me think of something else.
Oh, no, my answer's too controversial.
Too controversial. How bad?
Why'd you say what the fuck did you say pause? What?
I don't know. A guy
how is that pause?
Another guy whispering another guy.
Nah, everything's gay now. I swear to God, everything's gay.
It is. I don't know. It is. Quickly whisper in my ear.
No, that's gay. That one's actually gay, but what?
Whispering in my ear.
So dumb. Okay. I can't say that on here, dude. I can't say that. But okay.
Think of something else.
Exactly. Oh my god.
What's something that people like and I don't like?
This is so niche though, what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
FIFA Ultimate Team. Yo, look, fam, I just can't understand how people play that. Like,
FIFA, yes. How the fuck do people play FIFA?
I play FIFA, bro.
I don't understand. Like that.
Yeah, but you're
game,
not into football.
I'm not even into games and football. But who the
You're
fuck
not into games anymore.
I'm not really like that.
true.
It depends on the game, but
True.
like, I don't. How the fuck do people play FIFA?
Because it's fun. It simulates real football. Duh, if you're into football, of course playing FIFA. But the thing is, though,
I just hear niggas always shouting like he should have scored. He should like, bro. Nah, but like niggas get frustrated, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. But frustration is a part of life that people need to understand. You're no less of a person because you get frustrated at a game. But I've heard this so much, especially coming from girls that like, oh, it's childish to be like shouting at a game or getting frustrated at a game. Bro,
Shut up.
you get, come on, like we all, you know, go through frustration, man. It's completely fine as long as you're not dashing your controller at your TV, like it's calm. Or as long as it doesn't affect your mood for the rest of the day, then it's fine. Do you get what I'm saying? If you're one of those people who loses a game on FIFA and you're genuinely pissed off the rest of the day, bro, get life.
Like with that stuff, I mean, can't really say don't. Like honestly, when I see my brother play like COD and this nigga dies, I'm there like, bro, you know you can put it down and just walk away. Like I never understand the attachment.
You can.
You can. Like for me, when it comes to a game and the game start getting difficult, it depends on the game. If I generally don't give a fuck, I swear, delete the game and I'm done.
Oh, first.
But if it's like a game that I go like, oh, this is interesting, I can, you know, beat this, or like it's just interesting, I'm literally gonna play until I beat the level.
Yeah.
But if it's that I generally don't, I mean, I literally just solved my problem.
Nah, but I get what you mean. Like, if you're getting whooped in FIFA, you're like, oh, no, just one more game, I have to end on a high. That's what it is. It's the same with like gambling.
And like you keep getting frustrated.
You go to a casino, you keep losing, but you're like, oh no, but I want to end on a high. Let's end on a high. So you keep putting money in. It's basically the exact same thing. Do you get what I'm saying? But I don't know. I used to do that a lot when I was younger, and I used to play FIFA. I'd always want to end my night on a high and always, you know, win a game, innit? But I just don't care now. If I lose, I lose. It's not a big. It's a fucking game. I don't care. I really don't care. But I said FIFA Ultimate Team because look, for the people who spend money on the game at least, so you spend £60 or whatever, blah blah, to start again every single year. You know, you spend money on cards, get the best cards, blah blah, just to do the same thing. Your progress doesn't carry over. Your team does not carry over to the next year. So you get all these cards. You get fucking Messi, Ronaldo, blah blah, and then the next year you have to go and get them again. What's the point? Exactly. And there's so many cards nowadays too. Like so many different types of cards. Back in my day, yeah, there used to be bronze, silver, gold, inform, team of the year, yeah, and team of the season. That's it.
Wait, so you're spending
and legends. That's it.
Like you spend money on the cards, and then you get the cards, and then you know you get all the players or whatever, and then next year you have to do this whole shit again.
Yep, do it all again.
No,
every single year. That's FIFA Ultimate Team.
Fucking way.
Exactly. That's why I've always preferred to play career mode. Career mode, you're not as restricted. You can. If you pick like a really rich team like PSG, for example, out the gate, you can buy the best players in the world. Compared to FIFA Ultimate Team, you have to spend the entire year grinding and you may not even get the best player. Like, I remember playing FIFA 14. It was much harder to get good players back then, yeah. The best player I ever got on that team was, I think Ibrahimovic. That's it. He was like, I think he was like an 88 rated at the time. And the best player in that game was, I think Messi, he was a 93 or 94. I wanted Ronaldo so bad though. That Ronaldo card, great card, fam. But yeah, it's just and I've never gotten Ronaldo or Messi in an ultimate team ever in my life. But like, bro, in career mode, I've gotten Ronaldo and Messi plenty of times. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know, like, why would you play a game that's more restricted and things are locked behind paywalls when you could just play career mode or just, I don't know, it just pisses me off.
I thought of one that people, like, not for me, but something that people could say, like, is horror movies. I feel like that's one that people would say.
Yeah, same actually, like, same. I don't really like horror movies.
I love horror movies, but...
You do?
I fucking love horror movies.
I prefer thrillers.
Horror movies just, like, excites me.
Why? They actually scare you?
I don't really get... I don't get jump scares, but, like, Is
it the atmosphere that, like... yeah, okay,
there's one movie that I've been seeing on TikTok. Like, I saw the trailer. I haven't seen... I saw the trailer before. Longlegs. 100% on Rotten Tomato. And apparently it's like... Some people say it's not that scary, but some people say it's the most scariest movie of the decade.
Yeah, that seems like... Is it in cinema, though?
Yeah, it's in cinema now, yeah. People are watching it and it's saying... Some people are saying, like, you know, it's alright, it's not that much, but some people are saying it's the scariest movie...
we should go watch that in the cinema.
Of the decade.
If they're saying of the decade, we should go watch that in
cinema. So... I have to watch it in cinemas.
Yeah, we have to go do that.
Like, fam... It's like, it has to do with, like... In terms, I think I literally don't know the thing properly, but it like has to do with like something to do with like a neighbor kidnapping, satanic, it dips in the satanic part as well, serial killer, and Nicolas Cage is the, what is it?
Of course he's
this nigga is in
of course he's
bag.
In it.
When I tell you Nicolas Cage is in his bag right now, like he's so under the works and everything, I'm just there like, fam, bro, keep going. Keep fucking going. Like, he's gonna play, what is it, Black Noir Marvel shit, but like, that's keep going. Honestly, I think it took a long break, right?
What?
Nicolas Cage.
Didn't seem like it to me.
I feel like it did. Whatever.
No.
But yeah, I don't know if that's the end of the episode, but
yeah, sure, why not? Sure. We'll end it there.
Hopefully you man enjoyed it.
Yeah, us waffling on about Black history and
Black
stuff.
history. If you're not black, you know, I guess.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, not even sorry. You've been educated.
That's what I was going to say. Get educated.
History is history, isn't it? Regardless of the skin tone.
I mean, you know, like, depending on what white you are, your kind might have been, you know, mistreated by, you know, the white we all know.
The white we all know.
Yeah, the white we all know. Is that racist?
Say Anglo-Saxons.
What?
Anglo-Saxons.
What's that?
That's what they are, like, you know, like white Americans or white British people. They're Anglo-Saxons. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the Anglo-Saxons. But, you know, life stuff.
Hey,
niggas are bitches.
It's all your ancestors, though. That's the thing. So
it's in your blood.
Nah, bro, you fucked it up. You fucked up what I was trying to say. I hate you so much. Your past doesn't define you is what I'm trying to say to you, you know, to you guys. Just because, you know, people who shared the same skin tone as you may have been oppressors back in the day, that's not you. I'm so sick and tired of, like, especially like black people, saying that all white people are bad because their ancestors were bad.
Like,
are you joking?
It generally is stupid though. Like, when it comes to racism, when black people are not well educated, like in the terms of racism, and they speak like, just because they're black, they are entirely educated.
And they're always the loudest majority too. They're always the ones that get heard.
They're the first one to speak as well.
Dumb ones that get heard.
Like, bro, like you hear white people, like a black person go like, black people can't be racist. Bro, get in the fucking bin. Like, that is generally the dumbest thing. That's, okay, you know what? Out of racism, that has to be top 5 as well. White black people can't be racist. The fuck do you mean?
You know, I made up a quote earlier, before we started recording.
Oh.
I was talking to somebody and I said this and I was like, oh my God, this would make a great quote. This is to do with like black people being racist or whatever. So white people are too scared of being seen as racist, so they won't say it. But black people don't think they can be racist, so they will say it. That's true. I think black people, and this is in terms of like your own, black people will say something to you because they don't think they can be racist. Meanwhile, what they've literally said to you is racist. Whereas white people will be too afraid to say it because they don't want to be seen as a racist.
Just because you went through like a trauma doesn't mean that like you can't inflict trauma. Like it's so
exactly.
It's so stupid.
No, but a lot of, they keep thinking, oh well, we don't have the power to, you know. Then you're talking about systematic racism. Let's stop confusing the two. You can obviously be racist and tell a white person your skin is the same color as blah 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 or whatever. That's racism, and then if they tell you that's racist, you can't now be like, oh, whoa, I don't have the power to enslave you. Like, bro, you sound dumb as fuck. Let's just keep it a buck, bro. You sound dumb as shit
like,
right now.
Bro, if you're a black person and you're not educated in black stuff, please just hold your lips.
Innit?
Listen, then speak.
Word. By the same logic, you think the white people that live in trailer parks, you have the same, you know, technically they can't be racist as well because they don't have the power to press you. Like, what? Come on, man. This is dumb.
Get educated. If you've been educated, clap for yourself.
Or pat yourself on the back.
Yeah. Like, you know, well done. I don't know. You know. We're not fully educated as well, but
yeah, we're still learning. We're young. We're only 21. We're
still trying to educate ourselves. So, you know, I don't know, man. I don't even know how to end this. I guess we'll try and be consistent. If you don't see a video next week, sorry, but you probably will, hopefully. But you know, we'll try and be consistent and stuff. Try and build a group. You know, a little systematic group. Where we as the people of the Rants&Bants will be a collective people. And we as this collective people, we conquer the whole of the YouTube. Huh? As we conquer the whole of the YouTube, we become the Rantsnbants.
What the fuck?
I don't even know, man. But yeah, honestly, lovely to see you, man, again. Can't see you, but you know, lovely to hear from you, man. If you want to comment, please comment.
Can't hear them either.
Can't hear it. Like, just share your opinion in the comment section, man. If you think we said something that's stupid, comment. If you're a black person that just got educated, literally put a clapping emoji. Like, ain't nobody gonna fight you about it. If you're a white person that got educated, put a white clapping emoji at the bottom.
That cat needs to shut. Sorry if you can hear my neighbour's cat, man.
But I literally don't know how to end this. I beg you, please end this before I keep talking.
Too black, too strong.
And then he ends in the worst way.
That's not the worst way. I had an idea for that. I say too black, too strong, and then cuts. No outro music or nothing. It just slowly fades to black, and then it slowly fades to just like the Malcolm X quote, which is too black, too strong.
All right,
like a picture
do
of
it
him
again.
saying
Do
it.
it again.
I already did it though.
No, you have to do it again so you can cut to black. I can't just cut to black with you talking.
We're gonna cut that. We're gonna cut it right where I said too black, too strong.
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna leave this in. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay. I'll do it again, just in case. All right.
Okay.
Too black, too strong.